Alright mariners, welcome back to our series on mastering voyage planning. Today, we're diving deep into what I consider one of the most crucial and often underrated steps. Step 4. Utilizing the Admiralty sailing directions and notices to mariners. Stick with me, because getting this right can be the difference between a smooth passage and a navigational nightmare. So, you've got your charts laid out, your route roughed in. Now what? It's time to bring that route to life with detail and context. Think of the charts as the skeleton of your voyage. The sailing directions, or pilots, as we often call them, are the flesh, muscle, and nerves that tell you how that skeleton is actually going to move through the water. These aren't just guidebooks, they are your local expert, whispering invaluable advice in your ear for every nautical mile you travel. First things first, what are we looking for? We're on a treasure hunt for information. The sailing directions are encyclopedias of coastal and port information. They cover everything from port entry procedures, pilotage requirements, and anchorages, to detailed descriptions of coastlines, landmarks, and potential dangers. Your job is to meticulously go through the volumes relevant to your passage and extract every piece of information that could affect your vessel. Let's get practical. Grab your passage plan and the corresponding pilot book. For every leg of your journey, you're going to read the relevant sections. Don't just skim them, read them as if your life depends on it, because, well, it might. As you read, have a highlighter or a pencil ready. We're going to annotate our charts. This is a critical active learning process. Pay special attention to sections describing currents and tides. The pilot will often give you a general overview of the tidal streams in a particular area. It might say something like, the ebb stream sets southwest at a rate of 2 knots during springs. Find that location on your chart and make a note right there. You can use a tidal diamond symbol or simply write ebb 2 knots SW. This immediately gives you a visual cue. When you're on the bridge, you'll know that as you approach this area, you need to be mindful of that southwesterly set. Now let's talk about unique local hazards. These are the tricky bits that only local knowledge can prepare you for. The pilot might mention things like uncharted rock reported in the vicinity of ... or fishing fleets with extensive gear are common in this area, especially during the summer months, or perhaps there's a specific channel where crosswinds can be particularly treacherous. These are golden nuggets of information. When you find one, mark its location on the chart. You could use a specific symbol, a circle with an H for hazard, or just a clear note. For example, next to a coastal route, you might write beware of numerous fishing pots. This simple annotation serves as a powerful reminder during the watch. When you see that note on the chart, it triggers a mental checklist. Okay, I need to post an extra lookout, maybe reduce speed slightly, and be ready to maneuver. Let's consider an example. Say you're planning a passage through the Strait of Gibraltar. The chart shows you the land masses and the depths, but the sailing directions tell you about the powerful tidal streams, the complex traffic separation scheme, the high volume of crossing ferry traffic, and even the likelihood of encountering whales. You'd annotate your chart with notes about the strong eastbound current on the surface, potential eddies, and reminders to monitor VHF Channel 16 for vessel traffic service instructions. Each note adds a layer of safety and situational awareness. Another key part of this process is consulting the Admiralty notices to mariners. These are the weekly updates that keep your charts and publications current. This is non-negotiable. An outdated chart is a dangerous chart. Before you even begin your detailed annotation, you must ensure that all relevant notices have been applied to your charts and your pilot books. A new wreck, a changed buoy, a temporary exclusion zone. These are the kinds of critical updates you'll find in the notices. Missing one could have serious consequences. So, the workflow looks like this. First, update your charts and publications with the latest notices to mariners. Second, with your route drawn, systematically read through the sailing directions for each segment. Third, as you read, actively transfer key information onto your chart. Mark areas with strong currents, note tidal stream directions and rates, highlight recommended tracks, and pinpoint any local hazards mentioned, from shoals to dense fishing activity. This process transforms your chart from a simple map into a dynamic, information-rich strategic document. It's your personalized guide for the voyage. When you're on the bridge, perhaps in the middle of the night in poor visibility, these notes will be invaluable. They provide instant context and reminders that a simple line on a chart never could. It's about building a deep, intimate knowledge of your route before you even cast off the lines. So, don't ever be tempted to skip this step or rush through it. The time you invest here in meticulous research and annotation pays huge dividends in safety, efficiency, and peace of mind during the voyage. It's the mark of a true professional seafarer. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this deep dive into using sailing directions and notices has been helpful. Get into the habit of making your charts talk to you. If you found this useful, please hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next step in our voyage planning series. Until next time, stay safe and fair winds.